he told me that you might be coming to talk to him again around 10. So I'll let you know when he gets out, okay?
Okay, he's in a meeting right now.
Yeah, with the city secretary.
Okay, because I've been going through extreme abuse. Can you help me? What's your name?
I'm not able to help you, no, but I know that...
What's your name?
I told you my name is Amy.
Oh, okay.
So I do know that he is expecting you, and he's...
So no one in here. I just want to speak with a victims advocate, and I was deprived of that right to speak with it at the police department. It was interrupted. So I just don't have a lot of rights, and I'm reaching out to city council.
We don't have a victims rights advocate.
I'm
in
not
this
being
office.
heard, ma'am. You're over there. This is city council. And over there, they're depriving me of law enforcement and the right.
You said that you wanted to speak to a victims rights advocate.
I just wanted for the government to abide by the law.
We don't have one here, is all I'm saying.
I'm sorry?
We don't have a victims rights advocate
No,
in this office.
I'm just trying to report corruption at the police department over there, and my ability to speak with the victims advocate was interrupted to politicians.
Yes, ma'am.
So am I being deprived of that right?
No, ma'am.
Why is this locked? Is it always locked every day?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, because it says push the button right there, active switch to operate automatic door, and then it's locked. Okay, so can I, who else is in here that I can speak with?
David is planning to speak to you as soon as he gets out.
Who else is in here, ma'am?
David is planning to speak to you.
I can't talk with anyone else. It has to be controlled?
David is planning to speak to you.
I'm asking to speak with other people openly and freely to utilize my rights as a citizen. That's been deprived of me for years.
And I'm telling you that David is
Who else is in there,
to...
ma'am? I'm not being heard.
You are being heard.
Okay, who else is in there, ma'am?
You are being heard, and David will be here in a couple of minutes.
That's the only person I'm allowed to speak with?
That is the person who is planning to speak to you.
Well, yeah, I wanted to know. I want to reach out to other parties.
I just need you to wait a couple of minutes.
I'm not being heard. I'm not allowed to reach out to other parties?
I'm just asking you to wait a couple of minutes.
Okay, so I'm not being heard. I can't reach out to any other parties besides that.
No, ma'am, that's not the same thing. I'm just asking you to wait a couple of minutes.
I just want to get any avenue for help.
I'll be back in a couple of minutes, okay?
Thank you. So since my abuser's controlling it and sadistic, he wants me to wait for my meeting. He's allowed to control every experience I'm in. So he scheduled an appointment. I'm here at the appointment, and I have to wait because he has another appointment that was already scheduled, prearranged a couple days ago. But this is what I've been going through years. When the police would be actually waiting at the locations, furious that I tried to escape their abuse, even on the phone. So, I don't know how many more ways to beg for my life than I've already tried to. So I just have to sit and wait and see what the government comes up with. Because every location I go to, they're waiting, committing crimes, and conspiracy to violate civil rights is a crime. They weren't guarded. They're in there speaking to someone. But some kind of way, my experience is guarded at every location. They came right on in there and spoke with the representative, but they didn't want me to know anything about that department, and it's controlled. I can only speak with David, who's busy now, at a scheduled appointment that we scheduled 2 days ago. Because the bully likes for me to wait to not get the services or help to escape his abuse. Well, his abuse also abuses a lot of other people. The church getting shot up, the chaplain at the church that closed, the car getting hit, then the other one with the black eye, another scandal at Abach. I mean, having these people conspire with crimes is criminal, and it's abusive to them. On Bluffman coming there, giving them a ticket until they were bullied. What about at Parkland, the police bullying Parkland staff? Requires showing IDs and mistreating them until they started in their abuse scheme. I don't know how much more to say that this is a threat to national security than I haven't already stated. This is the time. The appointment was at 10. I have to have a police come out and talk to me in a domestic violence crisis, and I'm here to wait to speak with someone. Well, because what they do is I already reported to you that the police are part of my abuse. I thought I stated that, and they wouldn't give me help.
Right, and so I wanted to make sure that the person in the department who the police report to would know what was going on.
I'm not seeking a report because I've been making inroads. I have over 70 reports that haven't been investigated. I'm not being heard.
Okay.
I wanted to get my information out to city council members or people that have integrity. I haven't found a lot of that in years.
Okay.
So that's what I was seeking. I didn't ask for you to call the police because those are my bullies. What they want to do is interrupt me from speaking with David, who I'm here to speak with.
Okay.
And he already is almost 30 minutes late, knowing my life is in jeopardy and I'm in a domestic violence crisis.
I think that's why we're I'm asking that the department who's responsible for assisting that
I didn't
service.
ask for that. That's not what I'm here to speak with someone. I wanted to speak with someone with integrity. If I had rights, clearly I don't.
Okay, I believe you have rights.
I haven't, no. If I had rights, they would have helped me when I was already over there and wouldn't have interrupted me speaking with the advocate. Your name's Vicky?
No, my name is Denise.
Denise, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, he said he was going to get someone to come out and speak with you.
I'm sorry?
The
David?
No, Brown, I didn't.
Oh, no, that's not what I asked. I'm not being heard. Police are my bullies. They interrupt me escaping their abuse. I'm not being heard. I didn't ask for you to call police. I'm waiting on David.
Well, I believe you're here at the City Hall.
I'm not being heard. I have an appointment with David. Are you trying to interrupt that appointment, ma'am, and I don't know
No,
you?
ma'am.
Okay, well, I have an appointment with David. I don't want to, the police department is my bullies. I don't want to speak with them. I'm trying to avoid them.
Okay.
I would like to speak with a victim's advocate or David.
Okay,
I have an appointment with David.
okay.
You're setting me up for my abusers. That's what you're doing.
No.
You may not realize you're doing it, but I'm not being heard. They're my abusers.
Okay,
I don't want to talk to the police. I have multiple false arrests.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Look who's conveniently coming anyway. So this has been going on years. So this is the time the appointment was at 10. They had me wait on a victim's advocate all day at police headquarters. I never saw her. Then they wanted to force me to call on my phone, to continue to force me to call on my phone years to never get the services. Yeah, I mean, I sat there, because I've never been homeless before. So I sat there hours, bit desperate, and they would not help. And in fact, bullied me and mistreated me in trying to get the assistance. My phone malfunctioned. I couldn't record it, so you can see it. And at one point, it was just completely out of control. And when I started recording all the occurrences, then they got a little bit better. They're going in the office where the lady is. And I told her I didn't want police were my bullies and keep interrupting me escaping their abuse. No, I just get slandered a lot, like at Salvation Army. I was just telling someone about that. At Salvation Army, a multitude of people lie on me and slander. Police won't investigate. I'm just waiting here to see them. No, did someone lie and say that they were? Because that happens to me quite often. Police won't investigate it for some reason. You're Duncanville police?
What it says?
Oh, I'm just trying to make sure. I didn't know what it was. Because I was at a bus stop talking to a man. And someone lied and said I was creating a disturbance when I was at City Square at the bus stop. And they would do that all the time. So if they did it, so I'm just trying to tell you what's going on. Because I'm not able to communicate. Because I was at City Square talking to a man, and then someone lied and said I was creating a disturbance, and the police came. Then they lied and said I was creating a disturbance at Salvation Army. Someone's lying, so maybe I don't know.
Well, somebody called and said that there was a disturbance going on over here, so I just.
That's what I'm trying to get you to see. What's your name?
I'm Officer Ross.
And your badge number?
255.
And yours?
Officer Pineda, 263.
Okay, so then can I tell you, because I'm not being heard. So when I was at City Square, sitting outside talking to a man, someone lied and said I was creating a disturbance there. My phone wouldn't record it. Then I was creating a disturbance when I was on a date with another party in East Texas. I was in, I think that was Dangerfield. A police came and harassed us. Someone lied in that incident too. And then they lied at Salvation Army and said that I was creating a disturbance and blocking traffic. So I've tried to report to the police. There's a multitude of people slandering me and lying.
You could make a disturbance here, so is there anything that we can do for you, or?
No, but I'm not sure being heard. I mean, it is a crime to get someone detained on slander. I'm not being heard, and I tried to report it.
We're not detaining you.
No, but I'm not being heard, ma'am, because it still derails my life. Like someone slandered and said that I was not allowed in any shelter in the Metroplex area. So was forced to live in a tent. I'm not being heard. So I have someone lied at my job and got me terminated. So if someone's lying and saying that I can't go into a shelter anywhere in Dallas out of slander, someone lied and got me detained out of Salvation Army out of slander, and then someone lied when I was talking to this man, and then I'm here right now. Someone just lied and said I was creating a disturbance here. I'm not being heard. I'm just trying to establish a pattern. You just said that you were here because someone was creating a disturbance. I'm not being
We
heard.
got called that somebody was creating a disturbance, but we don't know who it was.
I'm the only one in here. I'm the only one in this room.
And there's nobody that I can find. that
I'm not being
called
heard.
us.
There's a pattern of people that's a crime to get me detained at Salvation Army and then terrorize me when I was talking to a man that was on camera footage. It should be body cam.
Okay.
That someone stated I was creating disturbance. Then for some reason people were scared to be around me. The only people that were allowed to around me are the ones that terrorized me. I reported it, but you can't find 70-something reports.
Is there anything I can do for you?
I am asking for assistance, to figure out why a multitude of people keep lying on me. I'm not getting a lot resolved.
Okay.
Because like I said, if I'm at a bus stop not doing anything, just simply talking to a man, and then I got put at Austin Street for talking to a man in the snow,
Okay. But
you're the police department, I got detained on false pretenses. Someone just lied and said that I was creating a disturbance. I want to get a police report number for that. I'd like a police
You said
report.
that happened in Dallas, right? You said Dallas
No,
was
right
involved?
here, someone just lied. I'm the only one in this room, and I'm showing you a pattern, establishing a pattern of a multitude of people slandering me.
Okay,
So I want a
I
police
get you
report
that.
number. Yes, I like a police report number to get an investigation on why some multitude of people keep lying and slandering me. So I like a report number.
okay, I can get you that.
Yes, thank you.
What's your name?
It's Kiana, Keyana.
Keyana.
Right, Clark, Clark. Because I can't get an investigation to see where all this chaos is coming from. Because, if I'm not even safe sitting at a bus stop talking to a man, and then someone lies and slanders and interrupts that and says that I was creating a disturbance and it was a blatant lie. I'm sorry?
What was your date of birth?
It is. So what the problem of it is we need to investigate. I would like this department, because it happened here, to investigate where there's the origin of all these false statements, including to get me detained, me interrupting me speaking to a man at the bus stop, blacklisting me from all housing. So since it happened here again,
Where were you detained?
you're a
At
police
bus stop?
department? And this is a police department, and it just happened here. So I'm asking you guys to investigate the origin of all these complaints that are false.
You think someone is harassing you?
Yeah, that's what I'm stating. Because like I said, I was at the bus stop and it was slander.
Okay. Which bus stop were you at?
I was at City Square in Dallas,
Okay.
but it just happened today here. So you can connect with all the police departments to figure out where the origin of all the slander is.
Okay. So someone can call us for any reason whatsoever.
I'm reporting a crime to you that took my freedom.
Okay.
Are you not wanting to take that report? Are you covering for it, sir?
It's not a crime to call a disturbance.
That lying and slandering me for something that didn't happen is
A
criminal.
disturbance to you and a disturbance to me.
Are you
a
covering for it,
disturbance to
sir?
Someone else.
Are you
might be
covering for it? I don't know why the
different
police would cover for it.
Excuse me?
Okay, yeah, because when I'm detained on false pretenses, that is a crime.
You're not
And it's
detained
evidence.
right now.
Well, I'm not sure why police keep covering for crimes. Are you the origin of why? Are you lying and saying people said that I created
Okay.
disturbances
Is there any
to
reason
enforce
you're here?
crimes?
Is there any reason you're here?
Okay, if you're going to cover for that, that is a felony charge of tampering with evidence. I like my report number. Because it is a felony to tamper with evidence.
I'll go get it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why police would try to enforce crimes.
Did we bring you a business card?
I didn't ask for a business
With
card.
the report number that you
Okay,
asked.
okay, because it is a felony to tamper with evidence. And denying me investigation for a multitude of reports, all police departments would show that I'm getting
Can I ask you
targeted.
something?
Sure.
You said that someone called on you saying you were causing a disturbance, right?
I got detained on camera footage on false pretenses.
No, I'm talking about here.
Yeah, you just said that I'm the only one in this room.
But there's multiple people coming in and out. If anything, it would be a disturbance.
I'm here witnessing it. There's been no disturbance.
Right, and that's what we ask. We just make sure that nothing.
I'm not
goes
being
like-
heard, ma'am, because it follows me at a multitude of
Right.
locations,
But you're saying that
including.
someone's harassing you here, right?
I'm not being heard, ma'am. It's like you're covering for it. No, I'm not being heard because I've been slandered at a multitude of locations. I don't think that anyone caught a disturbance. I'm trying to purposely expose
That's in
it.
other cities, but we're focusing on Alleging, right? You said
No,
someone
I'm not
called on
being
you.
heard again, ma'am.
No
It's like
one
you're covering
called
for
and
it.
specifically police
I
said
am
your
reporting
name.
that a multitude of people are lying on me, and I'm trying to get to the origin of where it
He's gonna get
happened.
your report.
Yeah, because they lied on me at Salvation Army. They lied on me when I was talking to a man at a bus stop and said that someone stated that I was creating a disturbance, then in a car with another man. Then after that, you're not understanding that all these lies and slander had me put where I was blacklisted from housing. I'm in a crisis. I can't get services. Conspiracy to violate civil rights crimes.
Where are you staying
Yeah, I'm not
now?
being heard. Conspiracy to violate civil rights crimes that a multitude of people cover for. I'm not being heard at a multitude of locations. I'm lied and slandered, and you think that's okay and condone it and cover for it? What's your badge number again?
2630.
Okay, all I want is to have a normal life wherever I go, for people to stop lying and saying I created a disturbance. They're trying to get a protection order, trying to stay at a shelter.
Where's the call for service number for you, man?
Okay, 2022. So I want an investigation to figure out the origin of these lies and slander. I've been here the whole time and there's been no disturbance, and I think there's a connection.
Okay.
I think that there's a connection from all the incidences that police have stated that I was creating a disturbance, and how I was blacklisted out of all shelters in the Metroplex area because of slander that's on camera footage, how I was detained at Salvation Army
I can
on
go-
false pretenses. See, this is
I could go try to figure out who it is that called.
I'm not being heard. I would like an investigation all around with this incident. It's
I don't
proof.
have any resources to investigate the other calls on you that happened.
Then you're supposed to
in Dallas
connect. If
or-
you're not committing crimes, you're supposed to connect with other law enforcement agencies, get together and investigate criminal activity. But some kind of way they're
Where's
not
the
doing their
criminal
job.
activity?
I'm not being heard. If multiple police people are calling around, blacklisting me from shelters, saying lying and slandering on camera footage, that's causing.
We don't have any.
I'm not
any
being
way
heard.
to
I was
get
also
you into a
detained.
shelter.
You don't have any way to get me in a shelter?
No, we don't have.
They haven't for
we're not
years.
connected to those
They haven't for
resources.
years, sir. That's what I'm concerned about, because
Let me ask you a question. Do you think
Hold
you're
on.
a danger to yourself or other people right now?
I can give you my YouTube channel. It's on your body. It'll be on your body cam footage. It's KEYANA Clark CLARK.
Okay.
Peace, tampering with evidence is a felony. Not being mentally ill is not. So if you're trying to threaten me with being mentally ill to cover up for crimes that are obvious,
Threatening you in any way. I'm just
well, we're
asking-
disregarding the fact that
I'm asking
police
you,
keep
do you feel like
intervening.
you're a
We're
danger to
talking-
yourself right now?
I think that you being a police officer committing crimes and covering up for such insanity is a danger to society. That's what I believe. I think we need to concentrate on why you would disregard and try to deflect and blame me for mental illness when police have been terrorizing and harassing me, making false statements in my life. I think the origin behind this chaos is you guys, and enlisting citizens to contribute to
I just
abuse
got
is a
here.
crime. Well, you're disregarding the fact that someone lied at Salvation Army to get me detained, which is a crime.
Where did that happen?
It happened in Dallas. They called you out today. They just called you out today and lied and slander. I've been sitting here. No one has created disturbance.
Well,
I'm the only one in
you
this
came
room.
in the other day and.
I came in the other day.
Yeah, to our.
Are you
city
stalking
hall,
me? Stalking is a crime.
And you
Stalking
claimed
is a
to
crime.
be a city employee to other employees.
That's
and
a
you went
blatant
around
lie.
To our police department side.
That's slandering. That's slandering to cover up for criminal activity is a crime, sir. As well as the detaining me, that's a crime as well.
It's not
Tampering with
detaining
evidence
you.
is felony.
You're free to go.
I was detained at Salvation Army.
Okay, you need to go to
Police
Dallas.
abusing their power to
You
terrorize
need to go to
someone.
the Dallas Police Department.
No, someone just made a false statement here while I was waiting for someone. And you're tampering with evidence, which is a felony.
False statement.
Harassing citizens to, be abusive, abusing your power is not appropriate.
If you have an abuse of power report, you need to go to someone's internal affairs department for that.
Okay, well, I'll go report you to internal affairs, because you're supposed to connect with the other law enforcement agencies and see why I'm being slandered instead of cover for it. Okay, I'll wait. It's a long time I've been waiting for David, and then I get, police come and intervene in a lot of different things.
Who are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for David, and then you lied to another lie and slander by police. I pretended to be a city hall employee.
David who?
It's none of your business, because you lied, blatantly lied. Because you just said that I claimed that I was a city employee, and then I came the other day. Stalking is criminal, even if the government abuses power to do it.
All right.
You committed a crime by stalking me and knowing who I was, and then came here and lied and slandered and said that I was creating a disturbance when I wasn't. That's criminal. To abuse your power, that's a felony charge of tampering with evidence.
For us to call somebody out here for you, you said you're waiting on David for a long time. Is there a way we can get David out here?
Well, I think you have integrity issues, because I reported a lot of crimes to you, and you seem to be covering for it.
You didn't answer my question.
I did answer you. Why would you help me if you have integrity issue?
Condition.
Are you harassing me? You abusing your power to harass me?
Are
Is
you
that
being
what
seen-
harassment is a
Are
crime?
you being seen by a physician right now?
So you're abusing your power to mistreat me and harass me and degrade me and frame me for mental illness to cover up for your criminal activity, for the government's crimes. Harassment is criminal.
Do you feel
So
like
I
you're
don't
going
want
through
you, I don't want to
mental
talk to you, and I don't
condition
think
right
that
now?
you deflecting to cover up for crimes is appropriate, so I don't want to talk to you. I want to exercise the very minimum rights that you give me, and I don't want to speak with you because you have integrity issues. Can you please leave me alone?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Harassment is a crime, even if you abuse your power to do so.
Is he coming from the setup?
Stalking is a crime. Is there any particular reason why you guys are still here? I don't want police that bully and harass me to just wait and while I'm trying to escape their abuse. Who wants their abuser sitting there enforcing that they never get the help that they're trying to get to escape them? So any particular reason why you guys are still here? I'm trying to escape your abuse, so can you please leave? This is a crime right here. I keep experiencing that is ignored. I am trying to escape your abuse right now. I don't want my abusers here enforcing that I never escape their abuse. So can you please leave? I haven't committed a crime for you to violate, harass, and mistreat and slander. Can you please leave?
Man, we work here.
Well, you just came, you just lied and said someone said I was creating a disturbance. Harass.
No one said you were just, you said.
Okay, I've been sitting here. No one created a disturbance. I was trying to give you evidence that this follows me, and you didn't want to take it and covered up for it. Nothing happened. I've been sitting here. No one created a disturbance. It's a blatant lie. As I tried to communicate with you, it follows me, and I think someone lied regarding me, so I can't escape your abuse. And I don't feel comfortable with my abuser sitting here enforcing that I never escaped their abuse. Just out of curiosity, because I get all these criminal trespasses and no one seems to know why they're giving them. So what was the disturbance, may I ask, that made you sit here and only around me and not checking the disturbance out when we just stated that
When we first walked in, we went to each of these doors and asked them.
so you just want to sit here and harass and mistreat me now that you found out that there was no disturbance? You can be checking the other areas. What was the disturbance?
That's what we were trying to figure out. And then you started the conversation with us.
I asked you to leave and you're still here.
Yes, it's not talk to you.
Hello. Must be nice. Just act completely mentally ill and get away with it. Oh, there's David. Hello.
Miss Peace, how are you?
Fine.
She's actually here, she came back here to see me. We spoke on Tuesday.
I'm being gaslit, ma'am. I was trying to tell you that around multitude of locations I go to, I get slandered. So I was trying to give you a connection that people lie and say I'm creating a disturbance, like when I was detained at Salvation Army on false pretenses that you covered up for. That is a crime, and for some reason I can't get an investigation. I'm not being heard. I wanted you to connect with why police have harassed me and terrorized me, and we can't get to the origin of where these disturbances claims were. In fact, there was so many of them. I was sitting down at the bus stop talking to a man, and they said I was creating a disturbance. Then it was slander. Then people were even afraid to be around me because there was so many disturbances that people lied and said that I had. So people wouldn't even be around me because the police kept saying that we were creating a disturbance every avenue we took, just sitting at a bus stop.
She came here, we spoke on Tuesday.
I don't understand why the police keep interrupting me sitting at bus stops, speaking with men.
I asked her,
Everywhere I go, any avenue in my life is a disturbance. It feels like abuse, even ordering food. It's like torture. I told you I experienced strange events. I'm not sure why you have to tell them why I want to speak with you. It's like a violation of our civil rights.
well, and I didn't explain it to them.
They shouldn't be
didn't-
involved,
they
as
didn't
I
know
told
that
them
was-
with me talking to men at bus stops. You shouldn't have to validate to them why you need to speak with me. I feel controlled. I don't want you telling them my personal business because I'm trying to escape them. That's why I wanted to speak with you. I told you that. So I don't want my abusers having information on me trying to escape their abuse because they prevented it, which is why I gave you this channel. So I'd like my abusers to leave, please, sir. If I had rights, we don't have to tell them why I need to talk to you. I just like they tried to interrupt me speaking with someone at the bus stop. I like to be a human being and not have to own up to you, communicate to them while we're talking. That's none of their business.
But we'd also like to help you to get you to the correct department. Because
I'm trying to get out your abuse, sir. I'm trying to escape your abuse. I'm just trying to escape your abuse. I'd like to talk to this man in peace and talk to people at bus stops without being violated. I'm trying to escape your abuse. That's it.
okay. We have somebody coming here to.
I didn't ask for that. I want to speak with him. I'm trying to escape your abuse is the thing. I don't want you to have someone come here.
That's fine.
We'll stand here.
I'm escaping your abuse. I don't want you to stand here. I'm here because of you. I'm not being heard. Okay, well, let's go ahead and talk. If we have to talk in front of them?
We may have to. I'm actually in a very important meeting. That's why I wasn't able to be.
Oh, can we
here when you got
reschedule?
Here. We can, absolutely.
Okay.
I can do.
Yeah, sir, but this is a life-threatening situation, as I told you before,
Absolutely.
and this keeps happening even at bus stops, which is a crime. Can you report it? This is criminal.
Okay.
We've already discussed it, and you have my channel. This is evidence that they are abusing power to terrorize and violate. I told you that all they do, if it's a good party, they just terrorize that individual till they're conspirators in their crimes too.
Right. Well, I can promise you they haven't
No,
terrorized me.
I asked them to leave. This is criminal. They have no right to ask you and try to intervene in us speaking like they did when I was speaking to someone at the bus stop. This is intruding on my rights.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable with police coming to interrupt me in every avenue, even sitting down at bus stops speaking to men. I think it's sick. That's why I'm speaking to you.
Yes.
They have no right to ask you while we're talking, stand here and guard it like they did me speaking to someone at a bus stop. It's a crime. This is harassment.
Yes, ma'am. And I did look at your channel, and I was gonna talk with you when I got a chance. Unfortunately, today's not that day, but if
Okay.
you do wanna come back sometime tomorrow, we can have that conversation, and,
Well, now you have evidence that you can report. This is a crime to interrupt me speaking to you, as they did with me speaking with someone at the bus stop. They say lied and said someone said that I was creating a disturbance, like they did at Salvation Army.
yes, ma'am. And, I've had that conversation.
Okay, you'll have a conversation with me.
Yes.
but you don't want me to know when to come back tomorrow? Because
I really don't
I've
know.
waited an hour today, and this
I
is
know,
a pattern
and
for me for years.
And I apologize.
And then this right here, they immediately went away when it was witnesses. They don't want to see anybody else seeing how they're violating someone. When the other people came in and witnesses, they immediately, just this one officer.
Yes, ma'am.
They didn't want to see how they set up crimes and list people to terrorize the party they're abusing their victim. Okay.
And I apologize for how long you waited. If I had a good phone number, I know your phone's hacked and 95% of your calls
Right.
are counterfeited and all of that. And
Yeah.
so it's difficult to get in touch with you.
And I can't, they're so
And I-
corrupt, they've even intercepted mail. I have that on the channel too.
And I know that it may not be the easiest.
Have you ever seen
story.
corruption like that on my channel? Have you ever heard any?
I watched your channel. I haven't been able to get through all of it. There's a lot there.
Yeah,